Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to this next iced coffee date. Today's topic is definitely a frequently asked questions by clients, people in my DMs, but it's basically why you shouldn't use macro percentages when you are tracking your macros. And I get this question quite a bit, and I do sometimes think when people start out with macros, they think there's some like magical percentage, ratio that they come up with that's going to be ideal for their bodies. And I get what you're doing with that, and I understand that thinking. And that's kind of right, sort of. But when you're calculating your macros, I would not use percentages. And the reason why is because protein is really an absolute need. It is essential to your body. It is not something that can be figured out with percentages based off your calories. Like, it is a non-negotiable. And what I mean by that is protein is a building block. It is different than carbs and fat. Carbs and fat are energy sources. They are interchangeable. Like, that is what your body is using. It probably prefers carbs a little bit more than fat just because it's easier to burn carbs. And, conceptually, 1 gram of carbohydrates is 4 calories. 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. So in theory, your body is never just burning one fuel source, it's kind of burning them all. But it does prefer the carbohydrates, and fat is important too. But those two are interchangeable as far as energy sources go. That's why we're always talking about carbohydrates. Like, you need carbohydrates if you want to work out and have energy and recover and actually feel like a good person. And if you're somebody that's doing kind of like a low carb thing, you might not feel as great as you could because you don't have that energy. But anyways, my point was, getting sidetracked here. But as far as the protein goes, it is a building block. It is the building block of your muscles, your tissues, your cells, so many different things in your body. So really, it's like a non-negotiable. And really, when you are thinking about your meals, like, you should start with protein. And I think a lot of women kind of miss the mark with this. They don't necessarily think about protein first, but when you are mentally preparing what to eat for your next meal or even snack, I would put protein first, and then from there build your meal as far as the carbohydrates and the fiber and all of that good stuff. So this is my spiel for you to really start prioritizing protein, because we need it to build our muscles. We need to maintain our muscles. I actually listened to a podcast last week or the week before with Dr. Gabrielle Lyon, and she is a protein researcher, protein expert. She talks about protein all day long, but she was basically talking about how we're just kind of like in this losing battle as we age, as far as sarcopenia goes, as our muscles start to like break down and we just don't have all those hormones and everything to build up that muscle. So a way to combat losing all that muscle as we age is really to eat enough protein and strength train. Like, those are the two big things, because as we get older, we start to lose that muscle, and it's so important as far as longevity, being functionally fit, blood sugar balance. The more muscle you have, the more insulin receptors you have on those muscles. So it's better for blood sugar balance, for your metabolism, maintaining your weight. And obviously, having more muscle, you're going to look more toned, you're going to look strong. Muscle takes up less space than fat does. Your clothes are going to fit better. You're going to probably feel more confident. You're going to be stronger. You're going to be kicking ass in the gym. So those are all my reasons. But anyways, so as far as like figuring out how much protein you need, there are a million ways to do it. There's 1 times your body weight in pounds. I've heard 0.7, 0.8 times your body weight in pounds. I'm a big fan of Lane Norton, who is a nutrition researcher. He's BioLane on Instagram. His recommendation is actually converting your body weight into kilograms and multiplying that anywhere between 1.2 times 1.6, even up to 1.8. But he really says it depends on your activity level. So the more active you are, the more protein you're going to need. So there's like a million different calculations as far as where you should be. A lot of times when we're working with clients, and we start our relationship with our clients with a nutrition audit. So we basically have them track their food and like figure out how much they're eating. And then from there, we make changes, because if you don't know how much you're eating, it's kind of hard to make changes. And I do think like the macros can be really enlightening as far as just making you aware of what you're eating or not eating. But a lot of times we'll have women track their food and they're getting like 50, 60, 70 grams of protein, which is typically not enough for them. So a lot of times our first goal as far as protein goes is, hitting 100 grams for the day. And once you're doing that consistently, yeah, you can increase it. But just getting to that 100-gram mark can be like a really big deal, can help you feel better, can help you build muscle, can maintain your blood sugar balance. So sometimes just starting there, like your goal is 100 grams, just try to hit that for the day. I think that's a good start for a lot of us. So anyways, if you are interested in figuring out what is appropriate for your body as far as protein, as far as calories, all that good stuff, like this is a topic of conversation that I have pretty much every day, with clients, but then also, people in my DMs, people who are inquiring about coaching and everything. But I'm offering a free training in March. It's actually a 2-session training because we're going to be doing stuff in the first training or the first day as far as like giving you some homework and some guidelines and helping you with your own nutrition audit, which again, I think is so, so important for just giving you that data. And then from there, you can make changes, but you need to know how much you are consuming, what you're consuming, the good, the bad, the ugly. So that will be day 1. And then day 2 is really making sense of that data and helping you come up with a fit physique number that's going to help you get to your goals. Because I do think there is kind of some magic in knowing like how much you should be eating, because you guys know, you've heard me say this a million times, if you're under eating, you are not going to be able to build muscle. But at the same time, if you're eating too much, you're not going to have those fat loss goals come through. So I think it really is finding a good spot for you and finding that fit physique number. So this is me encouraging you to sign up for this. It's totally free. It's going to be really interactive. You're going to kind of get a sense of like what we do here at Carrots and Cake behind the scenes. And then of course, you'll get to work with me one-on-one. I will be coaching you through those different parts of the training, but really excited for this and hope it's going to give you some clarity as far as what to eat, how much to eat, and then get you to those physique goals, because I think that is on top of our minds at this point in the year, getting closer and closer to summer. But if you want to start making changes, it's important to start doing them now. But anyways, I'll leave a link to that training. Would love for you to sign up, and I hope you found this helpful for why to not use those percentages. And really, I think it's important to calculate that protein goal, and then from there, figure out, carbs and fat based on your activity level, what you prefer, what works best for you. I'm going to stop rambling. Happy Tuesdays, guys. I will talk to you soon.